Alright, Kyle. I'm making you this video on how to change your oil because, unfortunately, you never saw me doing it when you were here living at the house. So hopefully I can get this edited and put up on YouTube where you can follow along sometime when you do it yourself. So today we're going to be changing the oil on your grandmother's 2006 Honda CRV. And you can see I've already got it up on stands to make it easier for me to get underneath because I'm not small. I hate squeezing under hot engines. She drove to get here, and it is hot. I put down this little cheap roll to help absorb any oil that I drip. And here are the other basics. Obviously, here's the oil, here's the filter, the wrench set, my funnel, my light, and my oil collection pan. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the oil from the engine. To do that, we need to release, or to loosen. Wow, damn, that is in there tight. And it's hot. The dipstick. There we go. Who did this last? God, you got to watch out with the garages where you take your engine. They put these things on tight. All right, just loosen it, let it sit. Now we're going to go under the car. All right, get your pan lined up. So here we got your drain plug right here. Try to estimate where that oil is going to splash down into your collection pan. Use your 17 millimeter. And give it a again, this is probably a Jiffy Lube, and we put these things on so tight. Oh my gosh. Okay. I cracked it loose. The rest I'm going to do by hand. Now this is hot, so I'm going to get some gloves on real quick. Be right back. Alright, now that it's been draining, we're down to a few drops. So we can go ahead and put the drain plug back in. So I stopped at Honda. Subaru has the same thing, but you'll need to replace the crush washer when you put the drain plug back in. Alright, let's get that drain plug back up in there. Just give it a good pull. Make sure it's nice and snug. There you go. No need to over tighten. Alright, now while we're under here, let's go ahead and wipe off any excess, any wet stuff that might be sitting here. Nice and cleaned up. Now you should always change the oil filter when changing the oil. And Honda, in their infinite wisdom, decided to put the oil filter behind the engine in a very difficult location to reach on this Honda CRV. I'll show you. Okay, I've got this light here. It's a magnetic light. It really helps you see, but the oil filter is right there. Definitely not the easiest location to get to. So I'm going to turn this camera off while I do this. But make sure you have your oil pan ready to go to catch oil right under the filter, because indefinitely it always leaks oil. Alright, got it out. Just like I said, a little bit of oil. But not a problem. So here's the new oil filter. What we're going to do is we're going to take some of that used oil. We're going to rub it around this top rubber gasket here. Alright, there you go. See, the gasket's wet with the used motor oil, and we're going to go ahead and snake it back up. Let me put this camera down before I drop the oil. All right, the new oil filter has been installed. You only want to put it in hand tight. Don't need to use a tool. So get it up there, get it snug, and then go a quarter turn past that with your hand only. Once you're up there and the oil filter is on, clean everything up with a paper towel. This is a 2006, and there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done up here. So it's nice and clean now. One of the things I like to do when I get up under a car like that, using my light, is I like to check for leaks and check for the general condition of the motor. A lot of mechanics don't do that when they're under there. They only do what they've been told to do. So this is your chance to look around and look for additional leaks. Got to do it. Okay, so now it's time to put the new oil in. Once you're sure that the oil drain plug has been installed snugly and correctly, and that the oil filter is on snugly and correctly, go ahead and put your funnel in. I use a funnel to prevent any splashing from the engine components. On the Honda CRV, the 2006, it requires 5W20. With the new oil filter, it's going to require all 5 quarts. All right. I cut that off so it wouldn't bore you, but yeah. Let's go ahead and get the dipstick put back in. It's nice and snug on this Honda CRV. Funnel out. And we're going to run it. Start the engine, just let it run. Don't run it hard. Let it run at an idle. We'll let it set and run for about 60 seconds, then we're going to recheck the oil levels. Okay, so I went ahead and cleaned up, got it off the stands, and now it's time to check the oil, because you always want to check the oil level on level ground. Okay, so that was a surprise. When I checked the oil levels, I needed to add more, and I did. So clean everything up. Once you know you've got the proper levels, clean it up. Everything back on. Don't over tighten this. Go snug, like I had those troubles in the beginning. Make sure the dipstick is down firm, set in there, and you're done. All right, there's actually something more that I need to go into. When you have a collection pan full of oil, what you want to do is take this time to look for any kind of reflection or metal shavings. That'll tell you what's going on inside of the engine. Plus, we're going to put this oil back into the container that we just used to fill the oil with. So that's why I have this spout. Can't do this and hold the phone at the same time, so I'm putting the camera down. Okay, so what did I find out when I was under there? One, the engine only had 5 quarts of oil, and I found a lot of oil under there, wet oil under the engine. I had a lot of cleanup to do, so there's leaks somewhere. It's at this point where you're going to want to take the car in to the service and have them look it over. Being a 2006, it might be time to consider a new car. However, the fix might be simple. I don't know. But getting 4 quarts out of a 5-quart engine, that's not good. I don't think it's burning. I think it's leaking. Okay, and the last thing we need to do is reset the service light. So these cars all count the mileage for the engine oil, and a service light will come on if we don't reset it. You can get off of YouTube excellent videos on how to reset the service light, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that here. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to be responsible, and we're not going to take that used engine oil and dump it in the trash. We're going to take it to maybe an AutoZone or an O'Reilly, and they will take your used engine oil for free. So don't just drop that into the trash.